Hi,
Hi, Halle,
Trey.
how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm so excited to chat with you about this movie because I've been waiting on it for so long. I've been tracking every bit of its development. So it's like so exciting to finally be able to see this movie. And I wanted to ask you, first of all, by this being your feature directorial debut, what made you want to do this film in particular? Why an MMA film? What was the decision making process like for you?
Well, I've been a huge fight fan from English boxing when I was a little kid to then being a really big MMA fan. I was following the UFC, MMA, Invicta, Strikeforce for years before this script sat down on me. And when it did, right away, I was inspired by it and ignited by it because it's a world that I love so much. It's a sport that I follow, that I'm passionate about. Every Saturday night, I was watching a fight of some sort. So this gave me a great opportunity to tell a story about a sport that I love and in a genre that's always been winning. The fight game is always winning for me. These underdog, feel good stories. I think we as people always can see ourselves reflected in these stories. So um, just it was a winning combination for me.
Yeah, yeah. And what do you think you learned about yourself while playing Jackie Justice?
That I'm a lot stronger than I ever knew I was. That I have the power to um, make up my mind to do something, and that I actually have the fortitude to see it through. And these are things that you don't really know to be true about yourself. I think we think we would be the kind of person to work really hard and see something through. And when things got harder, you would just get stronger. It's easy to say, but I got to prove to myself that I'm actually made up of that. And that's a really good feeling, for better or for worse, whatever anybody thinks about the film. I did it. I made it. I made my way through it on my own terms.
And I also wanted to talk about you are always putting on for Black people, from always putting, Black media in red carpets and in junkets like this, and from assembling the Black woman focused soundtrack for this very movie. Can you speak to the importance of actions like this and bringing to life real representation and not just some of the surface level stuff we see?
Yeah, I think, as Black women, Black people, we have to uplift one another, especially Black women. We are, in my mind, on the bottom of the rung, so it's really important that we join forces and we support one another and we uplift each other. And so bringing Cardi on board to do the soundtrack, I didn't realize there had never been an all-female hip hop album. Like, I'm thinking, how can this be? How has this never happened? And I thought, well, shit. I'm going to do this. Like, this is really important. And when Cardi said yes, and then we were off to the races. And I think it's a beautiful soundtrack for this movie because it very much accompanies the world that I've created. It's an authentic, true world. And this music sort of lends that authenticity to it.
Lastly, there are so many themes in this movie and so many motivations that Jackie Justice does have, between her son and just wanting to, prove it to the world, prove it to herself. What's something that you hope that viewers take away ultimately from the film?
That we all suffer some kind of brokenness from our family of origin. Nobody has a perfect childhood, and we all suffer scars and wounds and we're fractured, but at the end of the day, we all deserve forgiveness. We all can find redemption, and it's there for all of us, and it's not over until we say it's over. That's what I hope you get from it.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your day and busy press day to chat with me. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you. You
Bye.
too.